what's the point? Just go get the money. Just go get the cash. Go get the money. Stop playing. I was just listening to Fresh and Fit. Dude was on live, on the phone, playing around. He was like, how do I keep going after I lose motivation? And then halfway through the conversation, he admitted that he was homeless. Bro, that shit is crazy. I personally, since a young, never thought like that. It's not about motivation. I don't personally think it's about motivation. Maybe you can prove me wrong, but just do it. What else you gonna do? Go to sleep and watch Netflix? There's literally 9 times out of 10, if you lack motivation, there's literally nothing else you could do. In the sense of like, if you're sleeping and you're like, I can't get up, what else you gonna do? You gonna keep sleeping? You gonna keep watching Netflix? You gonna keep watching YouTube? Like, the only thing to do is to get better. So you're just doing nothing and staying at the same level. We going to a coffee shop. We gonna have a good day. Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the vlog. We gotta go. We gotta get some shit right. As you boys know, we moving to a different place, different state, different understanding. So we're trying to get everything together. I figured out that working in the house ain't really gonna be what I wanted to be. So I'm driving to this new coffee shop that they got, see what they working with. If you boys want to do what I'm doing, or at least how I'm doing it, first you got to start with hard work. That's mandatory. A lot of people, especially if you of color or whatever, right? I don't really believe in that of color shit and all that, but if you're not putting in the work, you're not going to get nowhere. Also, if it's certain things about your personality that you can't embrace, you gotta get good with yourself before you can do anything. When I first started, when I was 16, running a clothing brand, as you guys know, it was KBJ Apparel. If you don't know, now you know. When I first started, the main thing was always grinding. Making my money from the job, putting my money from that job into my clothing brand, right? Clothing brand didn't go too far, but then what I started to do was repurpose other people's clothing and selling it as my own. For example, not saying I was stealing. I was going to the Chinese shops, the Alibaba Expresses and all that, finding a piece that I like, putting it on my website for $15. Then I was selling the discrepancy so I can get some money in. But the marketing cost more than what I was putting out. But that was my first business. And that was when I was young, legit, and I was sleeping in my car with an office space, you know, trying to get some work done there, trying to start my YouTube channel. That was way, way, way back in the day. But what I can tell you is the only thing that I would have wished I would have did was continue to grow and continue to keep going. And with the recording of the journey. Because now, if you go scroll down in my channel, you'll see when I was posting the podcast videos. Those podcasts was when I was sleeping in my car with my clothing company. That was like 2 years ago. Only thing I wish I did was keep on it so you guys can see the progression. But it's okay because we're going to keep on it now so we can both track the progression. But what I want to tell you boys is if you want to be young, right now I just turned 22. If you want to be young and not have a job, the first thing you got to do is work hard at your job. It might sound counterintuitive. You like, I don't want a job, so why would I continue to work hard? Work 80 hours a week at your job that you got now, and then you'll be able to use that money and flip it to be able to get out. I'm not saying you need a whole bunch of money to leave your job, because when I left my job, I probably had $1,000, $2,000. I was like $1,000, $2,000, and my overhead for the month was like $2,500. So it's like I got $1,000 to $2,000, but I got to take care of your situation. I got to make sure my rent is paid, make sure my car payment is paid, make sure insurance and all that is taken care of. So when I was doing it, I was fucked. I lost my job because the season went out. But since I was working so hard, I got to meet somebody and we got to, you know, make everything make sense. And then I got to elevate on in that sense. But if you're not working hard, won't nobody notice you. And again, that's how I did it when I got out of my job. But what I would tell you boys is I started a cleaning company as well, but we'll go into that story as well. I was making $10,000 a month just doing the cleaning company itself. But what I will tell you boys is if you're not working hard and you talking about networking and all these other things that you want to do like the entrepreneurs do, like you see on Instagram and on Facebook and on this and on that, bro, if you not really out there working it, or working in your job or working wherever, if you're not really out there working, all that networking shit is dead because you don't really got nothing to network with. You are a bumski. And that's not to hate on you or hate on anything that you got going on. But if you a bum, and I use this word very lightly, but again, bro, bum is somebody that's not where they want to be, not going to do what they want to do, getting up every day and not getting at it. That's a bumski to me, right? Like maybe it's a different world to you, but to me, it's somebody that's not doing what they want, not getting up and getting at it, and also not trying to grow and develop. That's a bumski. If you a bumski and you keep trying to call your job the reason why you the bumski, that's not real life, bro. That's not real life. That's not how it go. You got to get up off your sorry ass and actually put in that work. If you don't like your boss, you don't like your job, you don't like the people that's around you, get the fuck up and go there anyway and make that shit happen. 80 hours every single fucking week. Get your check, get your overtime. If you got to work 2 jobs because they don't give you overtime, do that. I worked 3 jobs at one point. Do that. Get your fucking money up. Get you your first car. Now, a lot of people, right? This is a very nuanced topic. Because for some people, if you live in a major city and you can walk places, you don't really need a car. If you got like Metro and all those other things, you can use a train, you don't need a car. But if you live in a city that's medium or that's wide, I would say, where you can't really walk, which is kind of becoming normal nowadays about you not being able to walk to certain places because it's 14 minutes out, so you got to take the bus. And I don't know how a bus travels, but I'm pretty sure you got to wait for the bus and do all these other things. But if you don't got money, you can wait. But what I will say is, as a young man, first thing you need to do is save up some cash so you can go buy a car outright. Now, that's nuance, because if you got a car from your parents or something like that, you already one step ahead of the game. But if you're a young man, you got to figure out a way to get to work somewhere that's close to you so you're not spending money on Ubers. I know a lot of people get stuck in the trap of going to get a job, but Ubering to the job every day, and that Ubering take money. That's like a car payment times 3. That Ubering, and take a lot out of you. It'll take a lot out of your pocket. So you basically working half your job for free. First thing you got to do is get a job that's close enough for you to walk, or close enough for you to get one of your parents or somebody that know you and that like you to take. Sometimes it's a girl. If you got a girl that you can use her car, whatever it is that you got to do to get on your feet, you got to do it. And it don't be that nigga that got too much pride to do shit. Pride is a very great thing because pride saves you from a lot of mistakes in life. But again, you can't be prideful and broke. So if you need to use your girl car, whatever you got to do that. The main thing is get to work your time 80 hours a week so you can get that paycheck in. I mean, truly, in most jobs nowadays, working 80 hours a week will get you at least 2 to 3 to 4 grand a month at minimum wage. Like you can make at least 4 grand a month or 3 grand a month minimum wage working 80 hours a week, because after a certain amount of time, that 80 hours a week, after 40 hours, all that become overtime. So you make it double the amount of money that you would have made from the start. So what I suggest you do, get that money in, go start do a little side business somewhere, and try to figure out a way to make money from that side business. Because you can't have money and a car, leave your job, and then not know how to make money. Because then you're just gonna go right back to where you came from. The dude that didn't know how to make money and don't know nothing. Use the money that you're working for the 80 hours a week. As you make more money, scale down your hours to about 60. Use that 20 extra hours that you got a week to go and put into some business or some learning somewhere. Start trying to make money online or make money from a business or do something along those lines. Start a business that don't require too much capital to start up. Use the money that you're making from the business to invest back into the business to make more money. And then after you make it 1.2 to 1.5 times the money that you're making from your job, go switch out. I won't make it 1.5 times the money when I switched out. I lost my job at $0. Right? I had like $1,000 or $2,000 bucks, but I lost my job at 0 MMR, like monthly recurring revenue, I guess is what you would call it. But I lost my job when I had no revenue. Like I was at 0. I had $1,000 or $2,000 in savings, but I didn't have no money coming in. But I had Uber and I had a car and I had an apartment, so I had things that I can use to make money, but I didn't have any money coming in. So I used the $1,000 to $2,000 that I had to go out and make more money. Now with me, luckily I had skills from the previous that I could go into and learn how to market and sell and advertise so I can get clients. But I was thinking, what do I know? At the time, I didn't know anything, obviously, because I just got out of high school. I was living with my brother and everything like that. I had a job working 60 to 70, 80 hours a week at a job. I didn't have much in the sense of knowledge of business. I didn't have much, right? So I had to figure it out. I was doing business since I was a kid, but I was never successful in it, right? So it's like, okay, well, I've been doing it, but I'm not successful in it. So I thought, what do I know? Okay, well, I don't know much. Okay, well, what can I learn? What's the easiest thing that naturally I know? Okay, well, I know how to clean a house. I can clean a house. Even if I don't know how to clean a house perfectly, I know I can wipe some shit down. So it's like, okay, cool. So what do I need to know to make money from that base level of knowledge of wiping stuff down? Okay, well, first thing I need to know is how to get people to let me wipe things down for them and give me money in return. It's like, okay, cool. So that's called what? That's called marketing and advertising. Okay, I know that phrase because I've been doing that with my clothing company. So I started marketing and advertising, finding pay-per-lead platforms, finding Google, Facebook ads, all of those things, finding those things and learning more about them. And I'm like, okay, cool. Do I know how to use Google? Do I know how to use Facebook? No, not really. Right? Okay, so can somebody else do that for me? Like, yeah, okay, cool. So I look it on Fiverr, looking on these other sites. Okay, there's people that can set it up for you and then you have it run it. But they want money for that. For example, you got social media marketing and advertising agencies, right? SMMA, right? I was like, okay, well, I don't want to have to give somebody money because I'm risk averse. I don't want to have to be set in a 12-month contract where I got to keep giving them money and percentage of my profits. So what can I do other than that? Oh, I could get a pay-per-lead platform, set it up, and then not have to worry about giving them all my money. I just pay them every time they get me a lead. Fine, bet. So I got on a pay-per-lead platform. At this time, it was Angie's, Thumbtack, and these other platforms. I got on that. Started making money because I started giving them money and I started learning how to sell. Okay, they give me a lead, I gotta call them immediately, gotta get on it, gotta make it happen, right? So now I'm making it happen, I'm getting money from that, and I'm using that money to fund making more money. And so now every time I make just enough to pay my rent, I put it away and use all the other money to go right back into making more money so I can never run out. And that's how I started my journey as an entrepreneur. So, and that's why I never went back to a job. It's because you gotta realize you don't have to go out and drink. You don't have to go out and smoke. You don't have to go out and party. You don't have to go out and do all these extracurricular activities if you don't got it down. Most people try to get it down a little bit and think that they got to go out to the club and go out to all these other places so they can meet other people, so they can advertise and market themselves. You don't have anything to advertise or market because you don't have any knowledge or in-depth. What you need to do is work so the people that do have things can see you working and admire the fact that you're working hard and that you're at your younger stages and take you on as an apprentice so you can continue to go out and develop and do the thing that you want to do. Most important thing is realizing you're not above the fucking program. The program is set how it is for a reason. It doesn't want bumskis to come out of nowhere and start making money. Unless you have a father, grandfather, a mother, or somebody like that was already making money in a certain business before you and they can give you the knowledge and you can go out and do the same business that they were doing, that's different. But if you're somebody like, I would say certain skin complexions and things of that nature, and you coming from a hard background in the sense of like gangbanging, violence, and drugs and guns and things of that nature, if you coming from that background, the motherfuckers that you hang around with don't want your dumb ass to start that business. And you might think that they want to start that business because they're going to tell you how much they want you to start it and how much they want to see little man grow and blah, blah, blah. But once you start that business, the first thing they're going to do is exploit you. They're going to be like, how much you said you made? You said you made 10,000? They're going to start exploiting you and taking your money or trying to get in and threatening violence on you so you can give them money. And I'm not saying this goes for everything, everybody or every person. But what I am saying is, if you want to be the one in your family, the one in your social circle, whatever the fuck, your hood, wherever, to make it, you got to get out of the crabs in a bucket method. People will ask you for money before they have money themselves. And that might sound counterintuitive because they need the money. But what I am saying is, if they don't care enough about themselves to go out and get the money, why would they ask you for the money when you didn't have it? Because when you don't have money, they don't come and ask. But once you get it, they always come and ask. Crabs in a bucket. The crabs will pull you down faster than your own self-beliefs. If you don't believe you can be successful, you're going to pull yourself down as well. But the crabs in a bucket, they will pull you down faster than your own self-beliefs. You cannot allow people that have less, not necessarily saying intelligence, less of a motivation to be successful and less of a drive and determination to do it, pull you down from your hiatus right at the pivotal point you need to give yourself the trust in yourself that you can do it. For example, you make your first $1,000. If you make your first $1,000 and somebody say, I need $500, bro, I need to pay my rent, or your mama come, or your daddy come, or whoever come and say, bro, please, just $500, I know you just made this money, but I really need it so I can pay this rent, they're gonna kick me out, blah, blah, blah. You have to grab yourself by the balls and say, I cannot do that for you. They're gonna say, why? I know you got it. You say, because if I give it to you, I won't be able to become the man that I want to be. Why? You can make money somewhere else. Hey, I know how to make this money and I figured it out. If I can put this money back and I can give myself a backbone and give myself some leeway, I can continue to make more money. And in return for that money, I will become successful. In return for me being successful, I'll be able to provide for my family and the people that I care about. But if I do it right now, it is putting the cart before the horse. I will fail. And if they don't understand that concept, it's not your job to explain it to them any further. You don't know how to do what you want to do. So stop trying to get other people to help. You need to help yourself. And I'm not saying me no selfish motherfucker, because you can have people along for the journey and you can help them out as well, as long as y'all both doing it together and it's a cohesive group. But if they're not in your group, in your circle, I don't give a fuck how close they are to you, respectfully. If they're not in your group or your people that you trying to go and grow with, no money, no access, no nothing until you make it. Then you can come back and you can try to help out. But until that day comes, you can never put the cart before the horse. I don't care who it is. This might sound harsh, but it's already a low probability chance of you becoming successful in any meaningful industry. So to put other people that you got to take care of in the way fucks you up completely. I just wanted to get that out there. A lot of people won't tell you that because a lot of people aren't in my specific situation, in my unique situation. Everyone has a unique place in life and a unique situation that they're doing, but a lot of people aren't in my unique situation, so they won't be able to tell you that. But I will specifically tell you from where I'm at today and where I was at in the past. Do exactly what I just said, and you will see the growth and you will see the development. But you got to trust yourself, and you got to trust your vision, and you got to make sure the people around you respect you and understand you as a person, and they know that you're not trying to be a dickhead, you're just trying to survive. And again, when you start to make more money, you can make better decisions because now you know how to make better decisions. But don't try to make decisions when you don't know how to make them. Just don't do it. It'll ruin you, and with your ruination of your life, you'll fuck up everybody else. Because if you're not successful, who else is gonna be successful? It was a black sheep. I forgot what the dude's name was, but he was like, it was a movie. He was like, if I don't do it, who will? Or something like that. It was some, hopefully I remember it, but if you won't do it, who the fuck else is gonna do it? Because the people that you hang around and the people that you see daily aren't doing shit. And if they not doing shit, you think tomorrow they gonna wake up and start to do shit? Have you ever asked somebody to work for money? Like, go ahead and work and I'll give you some. Bro, they don't show up on time. They do this, they do that. They don't do this, they don't do that. Like, it's a lot of things that people do to trick themselves into believing that they should be more successful than they are. But it's a lot of things that people don't do that makes them not successful. And they try to blame other people for that specific thing, but you can't allow yourself to be psyoped or fucked over into believing the failures of other people. And you got to be respectful when you're doing it, of course, but again, if you allow people to make you believe that they're successful for any other reason other than the fact that they are lazy or they haven't tried hard enough, you will be the fool in the situation. We about to pull up to the shop. I wanted to turn the camera off, but I know we're gonna pull up and it might give me a good angle. Maybe. Somebody texted me. See what my brother said.
Brother, new phone, said call me. Would you like to reply?
Sure. Shit. Let me call my brother, see what the hell he got going on. Oh, that nigga. Nigga talking about money. Bro, I wish that at 111 I had more fucking parking spaces. Like, are you serious? Like, what the fuck are these people doing here at this fucking time of day? It's 111. Go to work, nigga. Go to fucking work. Get the goddamn work. No goddamn parking spaces in this motherfucker. I just found a parking space. 2 parking spaces, actually. Wow, if this nigga take this parking space, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. What the fuck you doing? You bitch ass nigga? Fuck you. God damn, this bitch ass nigga took my fucking parking space. Fuck him. Shit. If I hit one of these fucking cars, I got like 89,000 witnesses. And I got a fucking camera. Fuck. They call me a goat because I can park like nobody else can. That's why they call me a goat ski. Yeah, we about to really get out and go and see where the hell this coffee shop is. I know I couldn't park in front of it, but this is like a plaza, so we about to just get out and go look. We got to get into this shop. It's like 1:30 right now. I left the house at maybe like 1 o'clock, but the thing about it is 1 o'clock for me. I left my fucking car on. I gotta turn this shit off. 1 o'clock for me is actually pretty late. I mean, like, I've been having some luck, some success with getting to work late, but for some reason, every time I get to work late, I become a little lazy. In the sense of, like, I'm still making money. I mean, like, I don't really do much work myself. And this is, I make other people do the work. I'm paying them significantly well to do that work. But it gets more difficult as the days progress. Like, for the last 4 to 5 years, it's just been every day, on. So when you get a little bit of time off, it just fuck up the whole vibe. It fuck up the whole grit, determination. It's kind of like going to the gym. If you go to the gym your entire life and you take fucking up our fucking video with this fucking car. So that's why you gotta own the plaza and ban everybody from visiting. No fucking visitors at all. Gotta let everybody know that work in the plaza. Anybody that pull up, ban them. Call the police. One day we're gonna buy a plaza and we're gonna fucking do that. Ban all the fucking brokies. I think brokey is a choice. You choose to live your reality. Because there's a lot of ways to make money. You can rob a bank and make some money. Obviously, this is not promoting robbing banks, but you can do a lot of things to make a quick bit of cash. Yeah, we're trying to figure out where the hell this coffee shop is. I thought I knew. Oh shit, it's behind me. I just fucking found it. It's behind me. Fucking GPS would have took me the wrong goddamn direction, and I'd have been screwed. I'm going to this coffee shop to work. You guys know I got a office in the house. I can use that. I can work in there. But it becomes very boring. Like, yeah, I can use the office in the house. I can work from there. I can get all that stuff done. But again, it's boring. I don't like boring. I like exciting, understanding. Just, you know. We gotta get to the gym tonight though, for sure. Because if we don't, then it's gonna be a bad day. Hello, how's it going? You guys got any food?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I never know what I want. fried egg, house milk pastrami, Swiss freshen, dressing. I'll take that. I'm gonna get the hangover helper. Hangover. Can I get the hangover helper?
Absolutely. Anything else for you?
No, that'll be all.
Are you doing for here or to go?
For here.
Here's your number for the food.
Thank you.
It's going to be $12.21 for you.
Perfect.
No, it's for something good.
Number 18. I remember when I was 18, a long time ago. When I was still sleeping in my car trying to figure out how I was going to pay for the next batch of inventory. Great days, amazing days. I'm definitely going to get copyrighted for all this music though, but it's okay. Y'all gonna be like, why do you care about copywriting? You got money. More money wouldn't hurt. Come on now, more money is good. Check out the view. It's funny that we're gonna be leaving here in a couple months. I still am like, I've been down here my entire life. Obviously, I moved to this location about a year or 2 years ago. But like in Virginia, I've been in Virginia my entire life. So moving away from Virginia is gonna be, I probably moved, well, I mean like not necessarily moved, but traveled maybe twice, 3 times in my lifetime. And that was for like Thanksgivings, family meetings, and things of that nature, funerals. It was never like to enjoy. I didn't have much vacations when I was a kid, obviously, because we didn't have much money, but still, I enjoy the fact that I could come out sometimes and like genuinely think like, okay, well, there's a way to do whatever you want in this world, and you don't have to come from privileged beginnings to do it. You can just be you and figure it out. That's a blessing. Most of you guys don't realize you not having money is a good thing, because if you grew up with money, you would probably be a dumbass. And you probably still are a dumbass, obviously, but even worse dumbass. A dumbass with money thinks that all of the things that he's done has made him this money. A smartass with no money realizes that's an interesting topic. A dumbass with no money always thinks that the world is stopping him from making money. But the smartass with money that never made it himself thinks that he made all his money. Let's set up the table so we can get some work done. Very small table. We definitely need a bigger one. I mean, it's pretty big, but definitely not big enough. I'm gonna use this mic so it can cut out all of this audio. Because with the audio, we're gonna get copyrighted and screwed. But without the audio, we're gonna be good. I cannot really work. Somebody blonde girl hair was in my motherfucking book. Sign into the Wi-Fi. One of the most important things. Thank you so much. Sign into the Wi-Fi. Password 706. Pure coffee. See me, I can read from far away. My eyesight has definitely been getting worse though, I can tell. Like just through normal life, eyesight has been getting worse. Yeah, we're gonna decide to go on a quick walk. Also, I'm upset that I need a charging port for my charger so I can charge Thank you so much, man. I need a charging port so I can charge my stuff because my camera's gonna die in about T minus 10 minutes. So when my camera dies, y'all not gonna be able to get no footage. And if y'all can't get no footage, then what the fuck? I'm reading $100 Million Money Models by Alex Hormozy. Check out the scenery. $100 Million Money Models by Alex Hormozy. It's a great book. I'm only on page like 3, so I'm getting ahead of myself. But I truly believe you should probably read the books in order. $100 million leads, $100 million offers, then $100 million money models. Just because I'm reading $100 million money models, and from my own personal experience, you can't really do much with it if you don't have any leads and you're not selling nobody. Because the book is based primarily on, and obviously I haven't finished the book essentially even started it yet, honestly. But from what I'm gathering, it's based off you already having customers or having some type of deal flow. So if you don't have any deal flow, creating the money models, as it states in the book, will not help you. But no, it won't help you. So make it make sense first before anything else. Get some deals in, some leads, and convert those leads so you can use the book more effectively. This is a great, enjoyable journey, enjoyable walk. Also, with one of his other books that he created, he talked about making content, which I found very valuable. And he talks more about documenting instead of creating. And I don't want to screw up his words at all, but the premise from what I gathered was the fact that documenting is just recording it and doing it. Creating is like trying to make a movie, trying to make it perfect. He says if you document it, you have a better chance of success than if you try to create it. I agree. But also I agree that you need to get better, because it's easy to be a fuck up. And it's easy to not want to improve because you feel like you don't have to, or it's not as important. It's hard to improve when you're consistently doing something every single day and you don't want to do it. Because then you just try to post or whatever, you try to get it out the way. But you gotta do it in a way where you know you actually are trying to do something. Like it's not just for the shits and giggles, for the views or anything. You actually got a goal. So I'm planning on using $100 million money models, $100 million leads, $100 million offers to build this channel in a way where I'm actually giving value and you guys are getting value pertaining to watching me, which I don't suggest you stop watching, but I do suggest that you start doing shit. Because a lot of you guys get stuck in watching me, watching other content creators, and not actually going out and doing what we tell y'all to do. So, truly, I'm telling this from me to you. Go out and do the shit that we talk about and that we actually do. If we tell you to go create some or go build some business, record the building the business, because that's what we doing. And it's making us some money. So go ahead and do it yourself. Now, I'm not saying content creating is making me money, but what I'm saying is, if it's making somebody money somewhere, and everyone's suggesting that you do it, and also everyone is doing it, then you might want to try it out a little bit. Maybe. Now, I'm not saying you gotta go crazy, but what I am saying is, it's better to start than to fuck everything up. Just walk through a whole bunch of bugs. Fucking hate that shit. The Cove Tavern. Y'all, we going here. Take somebody on a date before we leave. Go on a quick date, y'all. I don't got time for no dates, but it's definitely gonna be a cool thing to do, so I'm gonna do it anyways, just because I can. Just because I can. People have been texting me since I got out and just woke up. Just got a text from one of my clients asking me, is the pump and the motor the same thing? It's not. But that's from one of the businesses that I'm building. I'm trying to not make this content all about the businesses that I'm building, because I'm starting to realize truthfully that it don't matter the business that I'm building, because my business and your business are going to be two different businesses, and the principles of those businesses stay the same halfway through. But like, you got to start, and most of you guys don't even start, so business practices won't help you. You need to learn how to market, advertise, sell to people, and get their money. Anything other than that doesn't really help you at all. It doesn't gain you extra status points, or it doesn't get you out of, some of you guys, get you out of the job. You just gotta keep doing it, man. You gotta figure it out. You gotta do something. You just can't keep doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. If it's not working today, like, figure something else out. Now, I'm not saying start something and quit it immediately, but don't start something. Start something again, start something again, start something again, start something again, and not actually build something. Hopefully that made sense for you guys that don't understand me. Build something. You won't know how at first. You won't know what to do. You won't know if you're doing it right. You won't know who to ask for help. But trust me, and you don't know me, but if you start and you keep going, you keep trying to do something that you don't know how to do, somebody will come along magically from the universe. The organs will help you out, and you'll be able to do it with some help. But until you start, help won't come. So you have to start. Because until that day, help will not be there. Help will not be there. I for sure swallowed a bug or something like that, so I gotta keep spitting so I can get the bugs out of my mouth. Pause. We headed to the car. I was gonna go and sit back down at the coffee shop, which I will probably later, but for some reason I just don't feel like going back in there and sitting down. Not even saying to feel, my camera's gonna die. So it's like I can go back in there and sit back down and work, but then I won't be able to vlog or anything after it. And y'all need this footage. So either I can go in there and tell them to figure out a way for me to charge my camera, or I'm not coming back. Or I can just go somewhere else and do my own thing. They got an art gallery in here. Hopefully you guys can kind of see through. I don't think you can. But they don't have any like shopping plazas or anything around here. But I don't really need to be shopping right now anyway. I'm currently about to move. So since I'm gonna move, I don't really need to spend any money doing anything except vlogging or making money in that way. Yeah, no, I don't need to be over here. I think this is the only shop, yeah, it is. All right, I'm headed back to my car. Headed back to the whip. this beauty right here. As you guys see, I'm still on the donut. I need to get this fucker fixed. Give me an actual tire on my car. Oh, shit. Oh, finally. God damn it. Whew. God damn, it's hot in this car. Turn this thing on, get some air circulating in here. Woo! Hopefully you guys are having a great day, an amazing day. You working hard, not slaving, but working hard, trying to do what you can to become a better person, build a better business. I still got bugs in my mouth. It's not a fun experience, but it's an okay experience. All right, y'all, we out.